Now let's get rid of the sidewalk leading up to the steps.
So typically for a small sidewalk like this, you would just rent a jackhammer, but I was able to get a killer deal for this guy online. So we're gonna test it out, see how it goes. This was my first time using a jackhammer, and after almost jackhammering both my feet, I got the hang of it. With my front walkway turned to rubble, let's start thinking about how we're gonna repair it. So this is gonna be two parts. It's gonna be the concrete landing and then this curved sidewalk. I started by marking the outline of the concrete landing with some spray paint, and then you're gonna go ahead and excavate down around 8 inches. 4 inches for the gravel subbase, and then 4 inches or so for the concrete sidewalk.
And I dug out some deep footers that were below the frost depth in each corner to serve as the foundation for the porch overhang I'm going to build at the end of the video. And after compacting the soil, adding the stone, compacting the stone, I built the concrete forms using some 2x6 and 1x6 lumber, staked it in place, made sure it was square, and then filled the entire form area up with some concrete. We mixed all the concrete by hand using a drum mixer, which was, if I'm being honest, a nightmare, but eventually we got it done. We finished the surface using a hand trowel, and then we gave it a broom finish. After letting it dry, we removed the forms, and I started prepping the area for the curved sidewalk. And to build the curved forms, I had the guys at Home Depot rip down 4-inch strips of hardboard so that I could get the curvature I wanted. And after getting everything level, I compacted the stone, installed the steel wire mesh reinforcement, and then I applied some WD-40 as a form release agent to the forms.
Now, because I had a bunch of issues with that initial pour and the mechanical mixer binding up, I almost broke down and ordered concrete to be delivered, but I came across this product called the mud mixer, which we used for this pour.
And although lifting 40-pound bags of concrete over and over again still wasn't fun, this was a lot smoother than the drum mixer. So we filled the entire form area with concrete, screeded everything smooth, used an edging trowel around the edges to give us a rounded edge, and then finished the surface using a finishing trowel, and then gave it the final broom finish before adding a couple control joints to hopefully control where the concrete cracks in the future, if it ever does.